Hello, it's 16th of April, just a couple of minutes before 8 p.m. 2019. It would be the 11th day of Nisan, 5779 on the Hebrew calendar. I came in here to vote with Lindsay. Lindsay came inside with me after I voted. Have a good evening, sir. One of the ladies, the person at the get into the polling station said to me, I said, I don't have any, picture ID. He says, you just have to be on the voters list. Well, I get to the polling station, they start asking me for my ID. So I used a hospital card and something else, and one was actually my neighbor. One identified herself as my neighbor. And she said, no, I still need to see ID. Now, I do know that anybody, I'm not sure if there's she didn't even know who the chief returning officer was, who's Gene Krause. So this has been the nastiest campaign, they say, in Alberta's history. That's what media bites are saying. So I said to my next door neighbor, did you know that they called a multiple murder charge into my home to try and keep me off the ballot? No, I said, well, just go to dead bodies and rotting flesh. And then, did you know they tried to arrest me for stealing my own truck down at McDonald's? Go to airdrie, space Jew, space McDonald's? No. And on it goes. So they said, shouldn't be talking about that here. It's 1 minute to the end of the election. So I tried to engage a couple people at the door, saying, hey, what they tried to do to keep me off the ballot. Now the message was, I was running in last place just to say that the Jewish person has a right to be on the ballot, has a right to live in Airdrie, 80,000 people in the city, without being harassed, without having phone calls, sending the police with, dead body complaints to his house, stolen vehicle complaints, when the police know that they're false. God, just to tell the public this, that's lash on horror to the extreme. But to round it off on a much, much better note, my hope is that MLA Angela Pitt, Sweeping Blue, will take the Gibson bill, the Gibson Act, to the next stage in the legislature with the Honourable Premier Kenny. Again, 50,000 people in Alberta that are on AISH. They make about $1,500 a month. They pay lawful rent. When they end up in medical distress, they get evicted by the landlord, but they need, a helping hand to get a new premise. And I came across two dead bodies in Airdrie, and the story, you can go and see on YouTube, the tag words, Airdrie dead body. In that case, the man apparently suicided, being evicted by Airdrie Housing Company. But the late Mrs. Gibson took her own life. Her body was found in the garage here in Airdrie by her daughter and her two little grandchildren. And we're asking that the Gibson bill create a legal process whereby the eviction notice itself immediately be sent out to all 17 cities and 108 towns, and another legal process be basically handcuffed to the mayor and the city manager, compelling them under another law to either find public housing or another private landlord in the city. And also home care, community health worker, and mental health worker and Meals on Wheels could help them transit. Of blessed memory, the Mrs. Gibson, this campaign is about keeping your light alive, of blessed memory, and making the world a better place. Amen.